What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Mind Something. If you're new here, my name is Jake, and in today's video, Dynex was attacked. We're going to go over those details as well as provide some time-sensitive information that may make a difference to you. But before we get into it, do me a favor, hit that like and hit the subscribe if you haven't already. And let's start by taking a look at the announcement from Dynex's Dynex's Discord. Apologies that we didn't get to update you earlier, but we have been quite busy with the system. We can report that the Mallob system is back online, pools are boarding, re-registration one after one, up and running miners are unrestricted. It will take a bit until everyone is back on, but you can follow the progress in mining pool stats or the mining stats page anyways. Please note that we put measurements in place that an event like today will not occur anymore. Reasons for the issue was something similar to DDoS from our friends. The patch has been deployed to the pools. Neuropool, Mineradnow, Zergpool, and gopool.cash are already deployed. Ekapool and Newpool will announce when they are awake and have been updated. Situations like today are painful for everyone, miners, but also for us developers. We always try to look at the bright side, which is that we successfully defeated a new type of attack and our network came out even stronger. Thank you everyone for being patient and supportive. Hope you will enjoy the rest of your weekend. So this announcement has one thing that's concerning, and that is they refer to the DDoS attack from our friends. And those are certainly not the type of friends that I would like to have. And I should point out that from my understanding about Dynex, back in December they were attacked also, and at that point they removed their open source code from GitHub, and everything has been internal and not shared since then. So obviously an attack or a DDoS attack would have to come from somebody that had that information, and I find it extremely concerning. It is unfortunate, but it does present an interesting opportunity if you act quickly enough. So I just would like to also point out that I took a look at Twitter and I did not see any official announcement from Dynex on Twitter, only in their Discord. Now, perhaps they will announce something on Twitter, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I would love to know more information about the attack, but considering how closely they hold this information internal, I don't know if we'll get many more details, but I'll keep you guys updated if I find out anything else. So how could this present an opportunity? Well, first, let me talk about the way that their difficulty adjusts. So according to Nostalgia in Discord, it just takes this 2-minute block times, 720 blocks. So for every 720 blocks, it takes a snapshot of the hash rate and adjusts difficulty accordingly. So over the course of 24 hours is how quickly the difficulty can adjust depending on the last 720 blocks of the snapshot. And what that means is, if you take a look at what happened approximately, I don't know, we'll say 12 hours ago to 24 hours ago, you can see that the hash rate dropped off significantly. This was about 5 a.m. yesterday, which would be March 4th of 2023. So difficulty has dropped drastically. And once that happened, of course, everybody's trying to get back in, but we were getting these Mallob errors, and a couple of the pools weren't up and running as quickly as some of the others. So Ekapool put out a statement that said Mallob is fixed, but Mallob forces miners to queue for worker registration. Miner need to wait for the previous miners to register before it's your turn. Please wait patiently. Essentially what that means is you got to get in line to get back onto the pool. Now, I could scroll all the way through this and show you how many people were still getting the Mallob error, even after waiting in line, and even after trying multiple pools, even the ones that were supposed to be fixed. But it just, it would not let me back in. I tried all night until about 2 a.m. because I wanted to take advantage of the low difficulty and the high rewards. However, I wasn't able to get in at all last night, even though they claimed, if you waited in line, you would get back in. And even with the other pools that were supposed to be back up and running, I was still getting the error. Now, I am back in now, and I wasn't able to get in until I woke up this morning at around 8 or 9 a.m. And a couple other things to point out here. SRB Miner is currently working on implementing Dynex Solve, but just wanted to point out his comment here. Someone asked for an ETA on the release. He says that now totally depends from the Dynex team because next release won't come until they fix their stuff. So just be aware that SRB Miner is working on a release so that you can mine with Dynex, and it will support AMD cards. And from some of the screenshots that I've seen, the hash rates look outstanding. But again, just to point out, all of this is closed source, and you cannot operate a pool, you cannot mine to your own node, and you pretty much are forced to use any one of these pools that are obviously having lots of issues. Now, not to say that you can't get back in there, and I do recommend that you try, because at this very moment you can see difficulty has just dropped drastically. It's currently showing 510 on the difficulty, and if we look at the hash rate, we are showing 4.21. However, if you take a look at how low it got, I've been tracking this, and we got all the way down to 2. Now, I don't know exactly how quickly the difficulty will adjust and if we'll get all the way down to 2 or 2.5, but it looks like profitability has skyrocketed. So a 4090 is currently profiting $3.81 a day. Let's go ahead and refresh this, see if it's changed any. Okay, now we're up to 389, and if difficulty continues to drop as it catches up to the events that have led to this, then it becomes extremely lucrative to get in there and mine as quickly as you can. So if we take a look at, let's see here. So I'm currently back in and mining, and refresh this here. We've got a connection error. There we go. So only been going for about an hour or two now. If we take a look at the dashboard, you can see network hash rate shows 2.34 megahash, and difficulty, according to this chart, is still heading downwards. I don't know when it's going to curve back up, but you can tell by hash rate it is going to go back up very quickly. So again, if you want to accumulate any Dynex, now would be a very opportune time to do so, provided that you can get back in there. Now, all of the events that led to this are extremely concerning. The certainty of this project is still unclear, but their mission is a very bold one, and they're making a lot of statements that that could indicate that this could be a big deal in the future. But considering the amount of centralization around the project, it gives me a lot of pause. This is not financial advice, no way an endorsement of the project, but just wanted to make sure that everybody was aware that Dynex was attacked. It is back up and running, and it is extremely profitable at this very moment. But that's the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed the content. Do me a favor before you go, hit that like and hit the subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys on the next one.